Hey guys, Dratta here, and with me is you. What's your name?
Oh, well, you're randomly pointing all
Oh,
over.
your name.
PirateDash.
PirateDash, and behind me is
You can call me Maverick.
Maverick. What are you, from Top Gun?
Why not? That's my OC name now.
Hey, well,
I
there
used
you
to
go.
be Pinky Man music, but
Well, we recently just finished watching Rainbow Road Trip.
woohoo!
Woo! First impressions. TJ, PirateDash, what were your first impressions?
Apparently, they're all from Minnesota.
Well, what made you...
Those are some very interesting accents. I will give it that. But yeah, that
Definitely.
I thought it was a good episode, a good special.
Don't you know?
Yeah. When we were just at MSP 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so that's kind of fresh on our minds.
Hey, I personally really enjoyed it. What about you, Maverick?
I loved it a lot. The songs were awesome, although the last one seemed a bit, I don't know, kind of forced or rushed or something. It didn't seem like it had quite the ending that I would have liked from a song. But still, I still like Daniel Ingram's work. It's just awesome.
Well, it was what a closeout song for an episode like that should be. Like, it kind of like, I don't want to say summarizes everything, but it kind of recaptures what the solution is and then puts it in song form. And it felt a little rushed at the end, but I thought it was fine. Maybe a little too long, but I can live with that.
Yeah.
The harmony was there, definitely, though. Like the harmony.
Yeah.
Among all the characters there.
I found it interesting that it was a colorless town. What did they call it?
Hopelessness?
Hopeless magic.
Yeah, hopeless magic.
That's what Twilight said. And it was Hope Hollow, I think, was the actual town name.
I thought that was an interesting problem they had, and I knew when they tried to break out the machine, the one that they always use to bring the rainbows for the festival, I kind of had an inkling that when they were going to bring that out, that wasn't going to fix everything. Because, as we saw right before they attempted to bring the rainbows back, AJ noticed the
colors of the plants returning.
Yeah.
Earlier, one of the wings on one of the windmills when Rainbow Dash was with the two two young ones.
So we knew how it was going to get fixed, and we kind of knew that the machine wasn't going to fix it. It was probably going to make things better in the end, but this was something that they had to overcome. And I guess I'm going to pose a question on your podcast for this. What did you take away from what the moral of lesson of the episode was going to be?
I think that for me, the moral here is that working together is very important. And when you feel like it's hopeless, maybe the town or groups of people working together is what gives hope and gives it purpose.
I think also, like, reaching out and just being kind and just giving little bits of encouragement. That was very prominent in bringing the colors back in that.
Yeah.
Just showing like, hey, you did good here, and just giving each pony that confidence boost. So put a little more like happiness and I guess color in their life.
So it's like, we should always all strive to encourage each other to do the very best that we can.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
and I feel like that
actually, not even that, just being nice to people and just showing that you, like, maybe appreciate them or that you just want to be good to them. It makes sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
So how that slowly built up over time with the little pieces of color coming, like a fruit there or one of the flowers there, and then as it grew and grew, more and more patches until the entire town came back in color and everyone was back to where they were, helping each other, talk to each other, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I was definitely crying at several parts during the episode myself. I cry when everything gets a little too emotional with these episodes, and definitely the two towards the end songs when the mayor was giving his speech, I kind of just teared up. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, and then when he finally proposed, I was just like, oh, I totally.
So he said he was working on that speech while they
Yeah.
were trying to get things together. So I'm going to pose this: what if bringing the colors back had not worked? Does he still give that speech and propose?
That is a good question.
That is a very good question. I don't know. Maybe he would have, maybe he wouldn't. But if he didn't propose the speech, we would not have gotten a new ship.
I mean, is it a ship when it's canon?
It's
Yeah.
still, I still say,
Yeah, I would,
it's just that the show creators are making it a ship,
Make
as
it
opposed
canon.
to the fandom saying, "Let's ship this together."
Yeah, and the fandom.
What does it matter where it came from? It's still a ship.
That's true. But we know the Phantom can be good at times, and they cannot be so good at times with
Yeah.
ships.
But-
like just because two ponies make music doesn't mean we need to ship them together.
very true. But Twilight's wings were just gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was waiting for the moment that those would come alive with color.
Oh, that was beautiful. I just felt that it was very short-lived.
And I know that we're probably never not going to see this in the second half of season 9, but it would be still something to see that those wing coverings somehow come into play at some point.
I think it's a separate special.
I
and
agree.
Separate from everything. And I get what you're saying. It would be nice, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't think it would happen, but it would be nice if it did. It would be like an extra bonus.
I think because the animation styles are different too.
Well, yeah,
that
you're-
might
Speaking of the
You're
the
talking
anim-
Toon Boom Harmony versus
Yeah,
the
Flash.
animation style is the same as
The movie.
the Sequestria movie when they go outside of Equestria, the big
theatrical movie.
yeah.
Right.
If you look
The
at the My
entire
Little
movie.
Pony movie and you look at Rainbow
Road Trip.
they have the same animation style, which leads us to believe, or at least I think, that it was the studio that did the My Little Pony movie is the one
Yeah.
that actually did the animation.
Yeah, that's a safe guess.
Yeah.
This is kind of out there, but it just ran through my mind. I want to see what you think. What if we see the rest of season 9 in Toon Boom?
No, that's not gonna happen.
I don't
I
think it's
didn't
gonna
think
happen.
it was going to happen, but I had to ask the question.
I mean, as of this recording, they've already wrapped up production on everything.
Yeah.
So
But what would you say if they did, though? Hypothetically speaking, if they finished the season.
I
in
quite
Toon Boom.
honestly would be weirded out because that's such a different style and it doesn't fit. And why would you have 200 plus episodes in one style and then just the final 13 in the other?
You know, I'm going to have to go with Pirate Dash on this. You know, if we have
Now,
two different styles for the regular show, it would just look weird.
for G5, I would like to see it, but I don't
I
know
would
if that's
love
gonna
to see it for G5.
Definitely there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just throwing that as a hypothesis.
Yeah.
Just thinking outside the box there.
But I definitely loved the music in this one. The music was awesome.
I had heard there were 3 songs. I was surprised there was only 2.
Maybe one of them got cut for time.
Yeah.
But if it were a special,
Well, this was...
it'd be
It was-
interesting to see.
It was billed as a 90-minute special, so... Typically, you would see a song in each, half-hour segment, but we only got 2.
Well, we technically, we got 2 songs sung by the Ponies, but we also got a new intro song as well.
Are we going to count that?
Yeah, I'm going to count that. That's a song.
Okay, so let me bring up one other thing. What we watched, it was an hour long
Right.
because they took all the commercials out. Did it feel like an hour?
No.
It
No.
felt like it just zoomed right along.
Yeah.
You could lose track of time in it.
Yeah.
It felt longer, but but I don't know. I lost track of time, like you said, I lost track of time. So
I got invested in the episode and
Yeah.
focused on it, and it didn't seem like a drag.
Yeah.
It
No,
was well written.
It was extremely well written and extremely well paced. I will say that. Honestly, I thought it was only 20 minutes. By the time we got to the end, I thought it had only been 20 minutes.
Yeah. So one other question I want to pose: who was your favorite town's character from the new town?
Me myself, I like the Tinkerer pony that fixed the basket.
I forgot
and
her
the
name
machine.
already.
I forgot her name too, but what?
Torque Wrench. Okay.
That's
I liked her. I liked Kerfuffle a lot. I
Kerfuffle
really
was
enjoyed
awesome.
Her. She you could tell with Kerfuffle, even with the hopelessness, there was still some in her. And it's like it wanted to burst out, but it was just not coming to the surface yet. She needed that push. Yeah. And she got that from Rarity. Even though it might have come a little longer than what we were hoping. But I liked Kerfuffle a lot.
I forgot her name too. The pony who greeted them when they first arrive at the hotel/library. I really liked her.
Yeah, the new fiance.
Yeah, the new fiance, I guess was what we'll call her here. She was my favorite character because she always seemed so friendly just from the beginning.
Yeah, she was another one of those characters where the hope was in her. It just needed to have that little push to come out.
Yeah.
Then it goes back to what we were talking about with they need that push. Maybe just give someone that push, give that encouragement. It took some outsiders to kind of get it going, but it was on the surface. It just needed to be brought out.
And speaking of push, the mayor and she, when at the very end, they pushed each other into color.
Yeah.
When you look at it that way.
Yeah.
It wasn't the fact that all the town was becoming color to push them. It was the fact he proposed, she said yes, and they pushed each other back into color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that right there.
Well, and personally,
something to think about.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed this special. And if there's any final thoughts,
I feel bad that with the show ending, that this was probably the only special we are going to get that I'm aware of at the moment. I wish we could see like a couple more specials like this in the
That
Toon
would be
Boom
awesome.
style. I think there might be one to bridge G4 and G5,
right?
if I remember correctly, but that's not till next year. But I wish we could see more Toon Boom specials. Overall, this was a great one. It was well written. You had a bunch of enjoyable characters. And it had a good lesson. It had a good moral. It had a good message.
And back to Toon Boom, the whole expressiveness that they can exhibit with the ponies, faces, wings, what have you.
It's more fluid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'd see the way, like, say, Rainbow fluffs her wings back when she lands, or, covering herself like Fluttershy covered herself at one point.
And they introduced, one of my final thoughts is they introduced a lot of characters in this one, but in this time, it didn't feel like every character didn't get a chance.
Yeah. Right. One would think that, like the Philly and the Colt, from that were the Rainbow Dash fan club there.
The Junior Wonderbolts.
Yeah, the Junior Wonderbolts, yeah.
Twins.
The twins.
Yeah, the twins. And...
Or Mini Raindrops.
Many Raindrops. There we go.
That's an old reference.
It is. So, I do feel like that, it felt like that every character got a chance to shine.
Yeah.
And it wasn't so centered on the main six either. And that was really nice to see that every character that they decided to introduce got that chance.
Now, I'll make one additional note. I initially thought all this colorless stuff was because of the mayor. It wasn't, and we didn't have like a Starlight situation happening, so I was kind of pleasantly surprised that didn't turn out to be the case, that we didn't have Starlight 2.0 happening.
It initially felt like it was a Starlight type situation, then when it didn't turn out to be that, I agree.
Yeah.
I had the same thought when they first got to the town. I was like, is this another Starlight episode? Seriously?
Yeah. So it was a pleasant surprise that not only he didn't cause it to happen, but, well, yeah, he didn't cause it to happen, and that it wasn't his intentional doing that it happened. It just
happened and triggered everything.
He had a bad moment of leadership that turned it around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that's going to about do it. And as always, guys, this is Dratta Arcana with...
Pointed to you.
Oh, okay, fine. You want me to go for Maverick.
PirateDash.
And we'll see you guys on the next video.